just ask that you would lead us and guide us in everything that we do tonight, that it would not give glory to us, but glory to you. And we thank you for each and every one that's come here tonight in this season to remember you. And we give you honor in Jesus' name. Amen.
Peter, I asked John, what happened?
Everyone at school, all the kids at school were talking about what they wanted for Christmas, and when I said I wanted a bike, Sammy said I couldn't have one because I was a preacher's kid.
What does being a preacher's kid have to do with not getting a bike?
That's why I asked, and Sammy said that PKs aren't supposed to ride bikes or do any fun things.
Now that's just nonsense. Don't worry about it. Just remember that all of this ridicule is a cross that we have to bear. Don't let it get you down.
But the crosses get pretty heavy sometimes. That's why I'll just run away from home.
Running away never solves any problems, does it?
Maybe not.
Well, I don't think it's fair. Neither do I. We're kids just like everyone else. Why do people expect us to be different? Some people think we should be perfect, and other people think we're some weird creature from outer space.
That's one reason why I don't tell kids at school what Daddy does unless I have to.
Why, Heath?
It's the easiest way out, but in small towns like this, everybody knows anyway.
You know, it's tough being a minister, especially associate pastor. It's even tougher being preacher's kids. I think a lot of people put the minister on a pedestal and expect them to stay there. You know, we're to be the perfect and set the perfect example, or so people think. But really, we're just imperfect people like everyone else, chosen by God for a special job. That's why we have to be careful to live our lives according to His will, but that does not mean that we can't have fun or take any part in the activities around us as long as we behave in Christ-like manner. All Christians are called to be a peculiar people. We just happen to be called to be the leaders of the flock.
We know all that, Dad, but it still doesn't make life any easier, and it doesn't keep people from talking about us. Other kids don't have to put up with all we do.
Yeah, and while we're talking about this, why do we always have to precipitate in all the dumb, stupid Christmas programs? No other kid has to.
Yeah, just because we're the preacher's kid, everyone thinks we have to help out in all the programs. They can always count on us, but only because you make us.
We need to set the example for others. And that's why I insist on you taking part in everything possible.
But that's not fair to us, and we never get to visit our grandparents at Christmas like everyone else because there's always something going on at church.
Well, John, that's part of my job, and there's not much I can do about that. But if it has become a burden on you to take part in everything, we'll see what we can do about that. How about this year you only take part in one program?
That's a relief.
I still think the best idea is for Dad to change jobs, and then we wouldn't have to worry about all this, and we get a really neat Christmas.
I'm sorry, son, but that's not one thing I can do. Because I promised God that I would do whatever He wanted me to do and go wherever He led me. Just think of all the people we do help.
Okay, I guess you could put it like that.
That's better. Now you boys run along. I need to talk to your mom a minute. I can't believe those people. They act like a bunch of babies.
What are you talking about? They're just kids.
No, not the boys. I just came from the church where I met with some of the playcasts. They're just like a bunch of children. If they don't get their way, they want to pick up their toys and go home.
What? What is everybody getting all upset about this time? I thought you were just going over there to hand out the Christmas parts.
That's all we did. The way some of them acted, you would have thought they were handed an eviction notice instead of an opportunity to serve God.
Well, why did they volunteer to be in the play in the first place if they don't want to take the part that was assigned to them? They shouldn't have said that they'd be in it.
That is part of the problem. They didn't all volunteer. We didn't have enough people in the play, so we had to draft some help. By the way, here's your part.
What do you mean, my part? I'm not an actor, and I never said I wanted to be in the play.
See what I mean? Even you are going to give me a hard time about this.
I'm just not an actor, Randy. As soon as you put me in front of people, I forget everything.
Well, Julie will be right down front to prompt anyone who needs help with their lines. And besides, how can I ask anyone else to take a part in this play if my own family won't?
Maybe we should just skip having a Christmas play this year. If no one wants to do it and everyone is just going to get upset, why not just forget it?
That would be like saying, okay, Satan, you win. We can't get along, so we give up. No Christmas play. I'm going into the kitchen to get me a cup of coffee. Maybe that will calm me down.
Let's see. Miss Rachel Pickery, a society lady with her eye on status and little concern for those that she might have to step on to achieve it. She has a short fuse and does not know the meaning of forgiveness. Her gift is holding grudges, but she's to come face to face with the author of forgiveness. Boy, I hope he didn't choose this part for me because he thought it fit my personality. Just a minute. Oh, hi. Come on in. Did you want to see Randy?
Yep, we wanted to thank him on giving us the part in this here Christmas play.
Yeah, we the star of the whole shebang. You know, I sure hope somebody's got one of them there VCR cameras. The mama's gonna be real proud when she sees us become the star of the play.
Yeah, she's gonna bust. She's gonna bust because she won't stay away from Lena Thorne. That woman's always passing Mama on some candy. I guess she's trying to fatten her up or something. I don't know where she gets it all from. She might be trying to sweeten Mama up, but that ain't gonna happen. She has a sour personality. Fred kind of takes after her personality-wise.
Did you say not a sour?
Now, not all the time, Fred, just sometimes. Like the time you got tricked into licking that steel barber pole because they told you it was a giant peppermint stick. You wasn't too friendly to them fellas after that little bit of funnin'.
It was the middle of winter, and the temperature was near below zero. It's stuck to that pole for near on 4 hours. What do you expect I should have done? Gone over there and shook their hand?
Well, they was trying to get you off quicker. They couldn't help it. The hot water they poured over your head didn't work.
I stuck to that pole even faster. Not only now, my whole head was even all wet.
But you have to admit, it was a pure stroke of genius to hook up that electric welding machine to warm up the pole. Yeah, it not only warmed up the pole, but it cured Fred's eyesight right up. He used to be cross-eyed all the time.
Yeah, but my hair ain't never been the same.
I think you had a right to be upset, Fred. That must have really hurt. As far as you being sour, I don't believe it for a minute. I think you both are the kindest neighbors a person could have.
I thought I heard someone out here. Did you need to see me?
Yes, sirree. We wanted to thank you for giving us a part in the Christmas program.
Oh, that's like music to my ears. I thought maybe you came over here to tell me that you decided not to be in the play.
Why would we want to do that? We're going to be the stars of the show.
I wonder who that is.
I don't know.
Donna, come in. This is a pleasant surprise.
Oh, hi, Karen. I just come by to see Randy. Joyce, Fred, good to see you again. I just come by to see Randy, but if you're busy, I'll just come back later.
Oh, don't be running off on account of us. We just leaving. We just stopped by to thank Randy for giving us a part in the Christmas play.
I suspect you here for the same reason.
Sort of. I did need to talk to you about the play, Randy, but if you've got company, I'll just come back later.
Oh, no. We came and said what we come to say. And besides that, we gotta get home and take care of the cockroaches.
I heard those Ray discs work pretty good for those.
I ain't never tried that. We generally just use butter top wheat. That's what they're partial to.
Oh, come on, Fred. I sure they got their own recipe for cockroaches.
Well,
See y'all later.
thanks again.
Don't mention it.
We looking forward to part in the play. Mama gonna be real proud.
Donna, would you like a cup of coffee? There's a fresh pot in the kitchen.
Oh, I hate to be a bother, but if you have a pot made, I would love some. Black is fine.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Now what brings you all the way over here? My wife's coffee's not that good.
Well, to get right to it, Randy, it's this play.
I thought it might be.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a fine play, but I can't understand how you assign the parts. I'm not the only one. Most of the other cast members are confused as well. And frankly, I think we have a right to be. I mean, you take two people who just started to come to church, who can't even talk right, let alone read, and you give them the lead in the play, and the rest of us all just have these little parts? I don't get it. I've been doing plays in our church for almost 20 years, and you give the main part to two people whose favorite pastime is raising cockroaches?
I just felt that with this play, the homeless characters were the only parts they could play. I mean, after all, where else do you put them in this play? They don't fit any other characters, and they don't have a lot of speaking parts.
I thought you might like to try some fresh cookies along with your coffee.
You didn't need to go to any trouble, but since you did, I hate to hurt your feelings. Randy, all I'm saying is that I'm not sure that this was such a good idea. We only have a few weeks to get this play together, and we have no idea if Fred and Joyce are even capable of pulling this off.
I just felt that I had to give them a chance. If you would have seen how much they wanted a part and the reason they gave for wanting it, you might feel different.
What I understand is that for the first time that I can remember, our Christmas play has a chance to be a total flop.
I don't think that it will happen. And like I said, I don't know any other parts to give them.
I don't know why you think they had to even have a part. I mean, couldn't you just tell them that we like to give people a chance to get settled into the church before we throw a lot of responsibility on them? I think they would understand that.
Donna, you didn't hear them talk about how proud their mom would have been of them about being in the play. And don't ask me to repeat the story because I don't think I could if I wanted to.
And how proud is their mom going to be when she finds out that her offspring were the total reason for the failure of a Christmas play? And how are you, Randy, going to feel when this thing flops and everyone comes to you wanting to know why you let this happen? We have a lot of tradition in this church with our Christmas play, and these people are not going to stand for someone making a mockery of that tradition.
Donna, it sounds like you're threatening me.
Oh, no, Randy. I'm just trying to be a friend and to let you know up front what you could be getting yourself into.
I really don't think this is that big. Besides, there comes a time when you do what you believe the Lord is telling you to do and just trust Him to handle the results.
Well, when it all blows up in your face, don't say that the Lord didn't try to send a friend to warn you. I have to be going, Karen. Thanks for the cookies. They were delicious. And try to talk some sense into this man. Someone has to make him see that he is making a mistake.
Well, I don't think that I'm going to be able to do that because he's a little stubborn. I'll get it.
Thanks for coming over. I really appreciate your concern, but I really think it's all going to work out just fine.
Randy, the phone's for you. It's Pastor Dave.
Huh, still think it'll be all right now? Merry Christmas.
Hello. Pretty good. How's it going with you? Uh-huh. I thought things got a little tense, but I think it'll all work out. Donna was just by, and she expressed some concern also. I really think that would be a serious mistake. They are so new in the church, and I don't want to hurt them. They are really excited about doing this play. Oh yeah, and I think it is a great way to show them that we really care. I'm sure we can work this out. Great. Bye.
Is Pastor Dave upset about the play too?
No, he's just getting some phone calls from some of the other cast members, and he is trying to figure out what is going on.
Some people sure move fast.
Some people have nothing better to do than sit around and complain.
That's true. But what are you going to do to quiet everybody down?
I don't know. It would sure be easier if I knew where Pastor Dave was with me on this. But I don't know whose side he is going to be on. He's going to ask Sister Mindy to come to our next practice since he's going to be out of town for the week.
Well, Dave's wife is fair, and she has a kind and gentle spirit. I'm sure once she sees what you're trying to do, she and Dave will support you.
I sure hope you're right.
Do you want to answer that? Or do you want to hide?
You answered. I haven't fed the dogs yet.
In other words, you'll hide.
Yep.
Oh, Jenny, come on in. I am so glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you too, sis, but I did just see you a couple of hours ago, and you do live next door, remember?
I remember. I thought it was going to be someone else from the church coming over here to gripe at Randy.
Well, why would someone at the church be griping at Randy?
He gave Fred and Joyce Fink the lead roles in the church Christmas play, and
He did what? Surely you are not talking about the Fred and Joyce Fink who live next door?
there is only one Fred and Joyce Fink, and I don't think it was dumb at all. He was just trying to make them feel wanted in the church. When they asked to be in it, you know, he couldn't say no, and the parts of the two homeless people seemed to fit.
Well, that much is true. How those two ever managed to get a home in this part of town, or for that matter, any part of town, I'll never know.
Fred told me that they inherited a bunch of money from some uncle that was a big-time contractor that used to live up in Chicago.
Well, that explains the money, but not why Randy was dumb enough to give them the lead roles in the play. Everywhere those two go, accidents happen. That boy must like living dangerously.
I made it this long with a sister-in-law like you.
Well, you've had some luck. Don't expect it to continue.
Oh, if that's luck, I'm doomed.
Don't you two start. We have enough to deal with at the church.
Speaking of the church, here is your part to the Christmas play.
Oh, no, you don't, big boy. I told you last year I wasn't going to take a part in that play.
Yeah, but I know you didn't mean it, and besides, that part is perfect for you.
Like, my part's perfect for me?
Lorraine Pickery, you are going to play the part of Karen's sister. See? It's perfect.
Well, let's see. says, Lorraine's Hickory. Your sister. She's a snobby society lady. Much like her sister, she seldom considers the consequences of what she says before she says it, and has no qualms about hurting the feelings of others with her sharp tongue. Randy, you idiot! I'm not gonna do this part. This is nothing like me.
That's why they call it acting.
You should see the part that he's given me. Apparently, he thinks even less of me.
The truth is that I had to give these parts to you two. I am already in enough hot water. If I had given these to anyone else, I'd have to leave town.
What makes you think that you shouldn't leave now?
Really?
Because then you wouldn't have the fun of making the rest of my life miserable.
Well, when's the first practice?
Good. Sunday at 2:30. At least I hope we get to practice. As mad as everyone seems to be, it may be our first and last practice.
It's hard to believe that Christian people would act this way over a play that's supposed to lift up the love of Christ at Christmas.
It doesn't surprise me any. That's the way that people are. The only one that matters is yourself because no one else cares.
That is an awful thing to say. I hope you don't mean that.
Well, no, of course I don't. I just wanted to see if I could get a response from Randy, but I should have known you would beat him to it. She always did have the fastest mouth around when we were growing up.
No doubt in my mind. But about what you just said, there are some folks out there who believes that, and some of them even sit on church pews every Sunday morning.
Hey guys, I've almost forgot about this big box of candy that Miss Frank dropped off. It's the good kind, not the kind of yucky stuff. Here, have a piece. See how good it is.
Oh, yum. I love the caramel kind.
Hey, that's my piece. That's the piece I want.
This is my favorite piece.
Let me have a piece.
There is plenty for everyone. Just take it easy.
I love candy. It's not often that we get the good kind.
Fred, Joyce, I didn't expect to see you again.
We was wondering, even you could help us figure something out. Hey, what you got there?
A box of really good candy. Would you like a piece?
I sure would. Fred, get over here. I ain't never seen anything like it before.
Wow, that sure looks like some good candy. Ain't none of it got no cottage cheese in it, does it?
I wouldn't think so.
Good. I can't stand cottage cheese. Yuck. Wonder where the cottage cheese comes up with that kind of name. That sounds like a house of cheese or something. I mean, cottage cheese. It comes from a cow. At least I think it comes from a cow. Well, then why don't they call it moo-moo cheese or something like that?
Now, I know you didn't come all the way over here to talk about cottage cheese. So what was it?
You know, that stuff makes my teeth curdle.
And they're not even their own teeth, and they curdle. I mean, we don't even know whose teeth they are. For all we know, they could be second mouths or something.
I do often wonder where the tooth doctor gets the false teeth from. Does he make them fresh, or does he have to special order them from the Sears catalog?
Oh, my.
You know, old George Washington had false teeth, and of course they were made out of wood too. Probably from that old cherry tree that he chopped down.
False teeth made out of wood? Ain't that a hoot? You know, I wonder if they ever had termites. Those are pesky little critters, and I don't think they had Terminex back then.
And old George, he never did tell a lie neither. Even when he was caught chopping down that cherry tree with that chainsaw. George told his dad the truth and said, "Yes, sirree, Dad. I cut it down and Black & Decker helped me."
Who in the world is Black and Decker?
Well, I guess it's some neighborhood boys that gave George that old chainsaw.
Okay. So what was it that you came over here for?
You know, I don't rightly remember. Joyce, I reckon it's time we should go. We'll figure this out some other time.
Yeah, I think you're right, Fred. We'll see y'all at play practice next Sunday.
I sure is looking forward to that play.
Can you believe that? And there goes our stars to our play.
You know, I first thought that maybe you should go into the circus for putting them in the lead of the play, but I don't think you're smart enough to even play a trained ape. Anyone that would give those two the lead in anything can't be right.
The play is going to be a disaster.
Randy, you have to have some faith. God can make it work. What's that verse? All things work together for good to them that love God, to them that are called according to his purpose.
I bet the writer of that didn't know Fred and Joyce Fink.
The writer of that made Fred and Joyce think.
That may have been his first mistake.
Randy!
I'm kidding.
Well, I've had enough excitement. I'm going home. This has been fun.
You know, I hope this isn't a vision of things to come at the play practice on Sunday.
Stop worrying. Just make sure not to mention candy or cottage cheese or cherries or anything else that's going to distract them.
Lights, please. And there were in the same country shepherds, abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them. And the glory of the Lord shone round about them. And they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not. For behold, I bring you tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host praising God, and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown.
The shepherds came to see the baby, stood by his mother's side. Here lay the Savior inside a manger. Oh, what a glorious night. Oh, what a glorious night. I hear the angels singing, Hallelujah, let the earth receive her King. I know that love has come. Sing it out, Jesus Christ is born. Jesus Christ is born, yeah. The shepherds wonder, they couldn't hide it, told everyone in sight. All were amazed when they heard how God came down on a glorious night. God came down on this glorious night. I hear the angels singing, Hallelujah, let the earth receive her King. shining in the sky. Below in Bethlehem, the King is sleeping. Oh, what a glorious night. Oh, what a glorious night.
I still don't understand it. Why he gave those two parts is a mystery to me.
You know what's gonna happen. This whole thing is going to flop, and we're all gonna end up looking like idiots. I can tell you this, if that happens, then I'm never gonna be at another Christmas play as long as I live.
Debbie, you can't feel that way. You've been in Christmas plays in this church since you were a little girl.
I don't believe God gave me this talent just to be humiliated. I'm sorry, but that's the way I feel about it.
God isn't.
Dad's right, Mindy. God gave us our talents to bring glory to Him. How's a failed play gonna do that?
But you don't even know if it's gonna fail.
I agree with Mindy. I think we're all making more of this than we should. I mean, how bad can these two guys be?
Becky, be real. I can't believe you just said that. Last year, they spent Christmas in the emergency room at the hospital because Joyce slammed the door on Fred's face and broke his nose.
So accidents happen. That's no reason to tell them they can't serve God.
With them, accidents don't happen. They create them. Hospital policy says you have to leave the hospital in a wheelchair. So Joyce is pushing Fred out the door and pushes him down a ramp and right into the path of an oncoming ambulance.
Well, they're still alive, so I guess Joyce must have saved him somehow.
The ambulance swerved to miss them and took out the 3 posts holding up the canopy over the ER entrance. The whole thing fell down on them and totaled the ambulance. They spent 2 weeks in the hospital.
So they had some bad luck last Christmas. That doesn't mean that they can't be a great help in the Christmas play this year.
Girl, quit letting your blonde show.
You all must be talking about our Christmas play and our stars.
Yes, Mindy was just pointing out that the play may be a great success, and Becky agrees.
I'm just saying there's no reason to cut someone out of something just because you don't think they can do it. I think the play will be great.
Yeah, and I may win the lottery and become filthy rich, but that's not likely either. Face it, Becky. Those two are losers, and everything they touch turns into a lost cause.
I don't know about that, but I know if you go into this thing with that kind of negative attitude, I'm not even sure if God can keep it from being a failure.
We've been at this long enough to know what we have to do. If this fails, and it will, it won't be our fault.
That's fine. Just give it and them a chance. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, we'll give it a chance, but mark it down, Mindy. It will fail, and when it does, I won't be doing damage control.
It's interesting how y'all are so quick to write this thing off. I wonder if you've been so quick to pray about it. And to pray for Fred and Joyce.
Now here comes the guilt trip. How can you turn this around and let the success or the failure of the play be back in our laps?
That's not what I'm trying to do at all, Chrissy. I'm just saying that it's our responsibility for the success of this play, the least of which is to pray for it. And it's success for the play and for one another.
I'm not knocking prayer. I believe in it as much as anyone. It's just hard to pray for something that you believe is wrong.
What is wrong with wanting to have a great Christmas play?
I think what Kevin means is that when you start pushing people out of the ministry who's been in there for years just to make room for new people, it's not right.
That's right.
That's right.
And you think that's what's happening here?
I mean, how else would you describe it? I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but that's what it looks like. And I'm not the only one that feels that way. A lot of the people in the church are starting to ask questions.
If that's the way a lot of people in the church think, I was wrong, Kevin, about how we should pray. We shouldn't just pray for the success of the play, but we should pray that God would open up doors of ministry for everyone in the church.
Hey, hi everyone. Sorry we're late. We got hung up with railroad tracks down there. Is everyone ready to start?
We can't. The stars of our show haven't arrived yet.
That's strange. I saw them leave their house when we were walking out to the car.
Strange is the right word for them. Don't you worry with neighbors like that?
Fred and Joyce are kind as they can be, and they're totally harmless.
I'm sure they'll be here any minute. Randy, let me show you some of the stuff that Chris dropped off. When she found out we needed parts for people that looked like they were homeless, she said, just let her grab a few things from Brother John's closet. It's back in the youth room. Let's go check it out.
Got to see this. Come on, boys.
Did you get that last little dig that Mindy got in before Randy came in here?
I got it.
Pray that God will open doors of ministry for everyone in our church, like we're trying to keep someone from serving God.
Maybe we do need to listen, guys. Jenny, what's your opinion of using Fred and Joyce as the leads in our play this year?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I think that brother-in-law of mine has lost what little mind I thought he ever had. There is no way that those two are ever going to pull this off. These people just don't play with the full deck.
I've heard some things about them that make me wonder.
You should live near them. This summer, I suggested that they trim their hedges. They were getting pretty shaggy. And the next thing I know, I look over there and Fred is on one side of the hedge, Joyce is on the other, and they've taken a mower by the wheels and are running it along the top of the hedges.
I'm surprised they didn't cut their fingers off.
Well, they had to take Fred to the emergency room because he was on the discharge sides of that mower and he had sticks and leaves blown so far up his nose. He had to go to the operating room just to get them out.
And these are the geniuses that are at the heart of making our Christmas play a wonderful and blessed success.
Hi, everybody. Sorry we was late, but we had to stop by the emergency room at the hospital.
Is one of you hurt?
No, we just stop by there every now and then, even if we don't need to, because and we like to drop off some cupcakes or cookies.
Yeah, we figured we just keep them folks happy, for you never know when you're gonna need them.
All right, great, you're here. We better get started because we have a lot of work to do to get this play ready.
That is the understatement of the week.
I just want to read through it and kind of get our positions blocked out on stage. Before we do that, though, we should probably go over each of the characters to make sure everyone understands who you are, who you're playing. Kevin and Christy, do you have any questions about your character?
I don't think so.
It just says that we are a couple that just moved to the city from the country and are intimidated by the coldness of everyone. We are looking for Christian love and friendly faces, but are even having a hard time finding these in our church. Are we supposed to be kind of like Hicks or just normal?
Oh, normal will be fine. Donna, what about your character?
I'm supposed to be the owner of a successful dry cleaning store. I have everything life can offer except love. I've never taken time for my family and have ended up with a daughter that is spoiled so badly she doesn't really know how to love. I have always hoarded my money and giving is a dirty word to me. I hate Christmas because I feel people just use it to try to get at my money.
Sounds like you have it. Debbie, what about you?
As always, I'm the spoiled teenager who doesn't realize how good she has it or how much her parents love her. Don't you think I'm getting a little old for this part?
No. I think we can squeeze one more year out of you. Becky, any questions about your part?
I'm Debbie's best friend, and I come from a solid Christian home, and I'm a Christian, but sometimes I think my parents just don't understand. I hang around with Debbie looking for something to do that isn't so boring all the time.
Good. Peter, what about you and your brothers? Who are your characters?
We are the children of Kevin and Christy. We are curious about the homeless people living on the street.
Good. Bev?
Well, I am an old bag lady with a loving and understanding heart, and I help two homeless bums understand that you don't have to own a lot in this world to show God's love.
Man, is that part going to be a stretch? It's a good thing they call it acting.
Randy, I just got a question for all right.
Sure, Fred.
You know, I was wondering if we're gonna be San Francisco bums or New York bums. We's familiar with both of them.
I have no doubt about that.
I'm not sure that it really matters.
Oh, but there's a big difference. You see, San Francisco bums, they a little bit classier. And then New York bums, they just trying to stay warm and alive.
The play doesn't say. But for the purpose of this play, I'd say you just be New York homeless bums.
Yeah, because there's not a chance that they can pull off classy.
All right, let's try to run through this. Fred and Joyce, the two of you will be here. We'll have this fixed up like a street corner on the side. There will be a divider here on the other side. It will be the inside of the dry cleaners, right here. Now we're imagining this right now. Donna, as soon as I get this tape working.
Do you need me?
No, I got it. Maybe. Well, I got it. Okay. This is where your counter is going to be. All right, everyone takes position. Okay, Fred, Joyce, take it away.
It looks like it is going to be another cold night. I wonder if there is any room at the, what's that word?
Shelter.
Shelter.
David, there wasn't any last night. No reason there should be any tonight. We might be able to get a meal there, though I'm so hungry I could eat my shoes.
You can't do that. Ain't you ever heard of air pollution? You gotta keep them smelling feet covered up.
Joyce, that isn't in the script.
I know, but you ain't ever smelt Fred's feet. I just thought it'd fit.
All right, let's go on.
We can't leave yet. The clock and the
Cleaners.
say it's about quitting time. People will be dropping by to get their clothes, and we might be able to pick up some, what's that word?
Change.
Here comes someone now. You get that door.
Tell the driver to wait. We won't be a minute. He said he would try to wait, but that we had to hurry. I told him that he would wait, or he could find another job.
I should say so. As far as I'm concerned, he can start looking as soon as we get home. Can you imagine having a driver talk to you that way?
People will say just about anything these days. I don't blame them a bit.
Now, Fred, maybe it's rush hour and he's double parked and can't help it.
I ain't never thought of that.
Guys, can we stay to the script? Fred, you're supposed to be opening the door for the ladies.
We sorry, Randy. We was just trying to be natural.
The Pickery system
brings you by? You usually just send someone to pick up your cleaning.
Well, we were in the area and wanted to talk to you about making a donation to the Society of Fine Arts.
Several of the other shopkeepers in the area that we frequent have already contributed quite generously, and we knew that you would want to help also.
Oh, yes. I remember you ladies collecting for this cause last year at this time.
Well, this is the season for giving, and we have been recognized by the Society each year for our extraordinary efforts in supporting the arts. We wouldn't want to let them down this year.
And how much did you ladies have in mind?
It doesn't need to be much, whatever you feel is appropriate.
All right, how's 50 sound?
It sounds like you must have had a very poor year.
We felt that you would at least consider this charity worthy of a donation of, say, $200. We always felt that we were sending our laundry to a business of means and quality.
Perhaps, sister, we should look for a cleaners that is better equipped to meet our cleaning needs.
Oh, we are equipped quite well, ladies. And as for the donation, you must have misunderstood me. I said, how does 200 sound?
It sounds wonderful.
Isn't it wonderful to have such a generous friend?
Absolutely. I suppose we should pick up our cleaning while we're here. Is it ready?
Right here. That will be $28.70.
Just put it on our account. Have a Merry Christmas now.
Merry Christmas, you snobs.
Pardon me, ladies, but could you spare a little change for my brother and me? We are awful hungry.
And we're cold, and we're lonely, and we ain't got nowhere to live except under that box over there.
That is not in the script.
No, but I was thinking, is if we're living on the street, we want people to see how bad we had it, and so they would feel sorry for us, and we could get us some help.
They will know the way you will be dressed. And by the way, the set will be fixed. Just stick to the script.
Oakley dokley, Mr. Director, you the boss.
Let's take it from where Debbie and Becky enters the store.
That sure skips a bunch of our important lines.
Then maybe we'll get done today.
Joyce, right now, we're just trying to get a feel for where everyone belongs on stage. Debbie and Becky are outside talking before going in at the top of page 20.
You have got to get your parents to let you go to this party, or my parents will never let me go.
I'll try, but you know my mom. If she thinks it might cost her 2 cents, there's no way.
Debbie, did I hear you say you're going to try to talk to your mom into letting you do something?
Yeah, fat chance though.
We learned a secret to getting through to your mom.
Sure you have.
She hasn't called the cops on us for a month.
Well, that's a good point. What is it?
It will cost you $5.
Why not? I'll play along. Here, but this better work.
Tell 'em, Leroy.
Be nice. I mean, be really nice. Smile and laugh and say nice things. Be nice.
That's it? That's what you took $5 for? Be nice?
Well, you could try ironing her dress and fluffing
Fred!
her.
Fred!
I did just sound a mighty skippy to me.
Just a script, Fred.
All right. That worked for us.
It can't hurt to try.
I will, but don't hold your breath.
Hi,
Debbie, did I see you hand those two bums some money?
We're just trying to be nice. After all, it is Christmas time.
Well, be nice with your own money when you get a job. I don't give you my hard-earned money just to give to bums who should be out working.
Can you believe that? The first thing out of her mouth after a high is to jump down my throat. One of these days, I'm going to tell her what to do with her money.
Remember, be nice.
Here, Mom, let me help you with those.
What's up with you two? You didn't just drop by here to help me hang up clothes.
Mom, there's going to be this great Christmas party at Clara's house this Saturday night, and I wanted to know if I could go. Please say yes.
No.
But Mom, that's not fair. All the other kids are going. I have to go. It's the biggest Christmas party of the year.
I said no. It's just another excuse for you to go shopping and spend more money that I have worked hard to earn.
A lot of good it does you to earn it. You never spend it on anything that matters. I will be so glad when I graduate next year and get out of here. When you're old and I'm rolling in the money, don't even think about coming around asking for help. Come on, Becky, I'm out of here.
Debbie!
I think she may want a refund.
I told you to quit bothering my customers or I'm calling the cops. Come on in, folks.
I ain't your customers till they in the store.
Sorry about the bother.
Are they safe?
Oh, Leroy and Hattie are harmless. They just need to quit bumming off of my customers and get a job.
Mom, what does bumming mean?
Never mind, John.
I can't believe they want to live like that.
Then why do it?
Maybe they just never had the right chances.
We are the Cablenses. We met at church last Sunday. We are new to the city, and this is all different to us.
Oh, yes, I remember you. Where did you move here from?
Petersburg, West Virginia. It's a small town in the mountains. Great place to live, but not many jobs.
And I don't imagine any street people.
This is the first time I have ever seen anyone living on the street in real life.
Do they really live on the streets? They sleep outside all the time, even when it's cold?
Where do they stay?
In the alley behind the store mostly. That's why they are always bothering my customers. This is their turf. I sometimes use them to make deliveries. They will try to bum some change off of you when you leave, but just walk on by and they will leave you alone. Like I said, they're harmless.
We wanted to drop this cleaning off. We wanted to find out where your shop was. We will be needing a good cleaner.
Well, you found it. The best in the city. It will be ready for you tomorrow after lunch.
That's fine. We'll see you then. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Could you folks spare just a little change? My sister and I are real hungry.
Kevin, give them something.
I can't understand how you make it out here in freezing weather. How do you keep from freezing?
Sometimes we are able to get into a shelter, but most of the time we just curl up in our box and wrap up in all the clothes or blankets we can get from the mission.
Really sleep in a box? I bet that has to be a really big box. Yeah, is it like a refrigerator box or something?
Boys, enough.
So, you know, sometimes folks like you takes us home and feeds us, and we help them with chores around the house.
Where
like
do you read that?
I was just adding to the story. It just seemed to make it a little more interesting.
That doesn't. We are never going to get done at this rate. Randy, Donna tried to tell you this was going to happen. This is never going to work.
I agree, this script does need some help. If y'all gonna discuss it, me and Fred gonna go call Mama and tell her when the play is.
Come
on, Frank.
Well, Randy, what are you gonna do? We can't keep going like this. We'll never get this play ready in time.
I have homework I have to get to tonight.
Someone needs to give those two some lessons on how to read.
Oh, really?
I thought the way that they read it made it interesting.
They are trying so hard.
Randy, it just isn't going to work. You have to tell them that we need to give their parts to someone else, or this play is going to be a disaster.
What kind of example of God's love do we show if we say, sorry guys, but we don't want you?
And what kind of message is the play going to give if we don't know when it's our line because Fred keeps adding his own dialogue to the script?
You had to know this was gonna happen, Randy.
Yeah.
You should have known better in the first place.
Okay, I know I'm just a teenager and I'm supposed to stay quiet, but I take a lot of pride in our plays, and I'm sorry, but if this is the way this play is gonna be, I want out.
I understand, Debbie, and I agree. I just don't know how to tell them.
What you listening to?
Joyce? Fred? When did y'all get back?
I just got back, but when I walked up here, she was stuck out here like a hound dog on a point, and y'all gonna get it.
Joyce, you heard what was being said?
Oh, I hear it all right. Come on, Fred, we ain't going here.
Oh, Joyce, it's not like that.
Oh, really? The story in this here playbook talks about a loving Savior that loves even those living on the street. We come to this church looking for that kind of love. But I guess me and Fred just needs to go out on the street, because we sure ain't gonna find that kind of love in here. In fact, if you all are an example of God's love, then he can keep it, because it's as phony as a politician at election time. Come on, Fred.
We blew that.
Hi guys, how's rehearsal going? Are you already done? I just met Fred and Joyce on their way out.
Joyce overheard us talking about them during the break, and she and Fred decided to quit the play.
I think they're gonna quit more than just the play. I'd say we fix it so they may even quit church.
Guys, I think they're gonna quit on God.
What did you say?
Well, we didn't know Joyce was standing there listening.
I mean, you should have been at the practice. I mean, nothing they did was going right. I mean, Fred couldn't even know where his lines were, and we were just telling Randy that he was going to have to find some replacements or the play was going to be a disaster.
They could hardly read, and it was impossible to follow the script because Fred kept adding his own dialogue, and we couldn't keep up.
It sounds to me like you were so busy worrying about the production of the play, you forgot about the message. Kevin, can I see your book? Two homeless people find the love of Christ at Christmas. Christ's love is channeled through a variety of unexpected people. From a store owner and her daughter who see in a young couple there's more to life than money or fun, to a bag lady that's learned that Christ can warm the heart, even in the bitterest of cold. Even to society's snobs see the change and come to wonder if the Christ of Christmas could be better than the statuses they were seeking.
I'm not sure we have the right to put that play on.
It sure doesn't sound much like we have the qualifications.
You have them. The question is, are you going to use them? I understand wanting to do your best, but you can only do your best in a play like this is if you believe and live its message.
So, how do we fix this?
Karen, can you and Randy get Joyce and Fred to come over to y'all's house?
I think so. At least I hope they haven't written us off.
If Joyce heard everything, she had to hear you stick up for them. If they will listen to any one of us, it would be you.
I'll try. What do you have in mind?
Well, here's the plan, and Mindy, we'll need your help.
Everybody's here.
All right, well, when they get here, we'll have them sit down on the couch and present them with the card and hope that they will accept our apology.
Oh, that's them. Oh, come on in. We have a surprise for you.
What kind of surprise is this? You inviting us over for a lynching?
Of course not.
Then why the posse?
Come over here and sit down. We have something we'd like to show you.
Fred and Joyce, we know that the way we acted this afternoon was unforgivable.
But we hope you can find it in your heart during this Christmas season to forgive us. We want to give you this card to remind you and us that we messed up and that we are very sorry.
Joyce, that there card bigger than a box of Captain Crunch cereal. Look real quick, see if it's got a prize in it.
Hush, Fred. There's something awful suspicious about this card. This friendly change is all happening too fast, if you ask me. This afternoon, we wasn't fit company for your play, but now a card. Something don't smell right.
Ain't my feet, I washed them Saturday.
I think if you'll read the card, it'll make more sense.
Randy, could you read this? There's a lot of big words in here, and as was already discussed, I can't read so good.
Joyce, would you mind if I read it? I kind of feel responsible for starting this mess anyway.
Whatever floats your boat.
Well, what this is a few ideas that the whole cast put together after you left. It says, Joyce and Fred, today we owe you a debt of thanks and a great apology. Thanks because today you showed us a picture of ourselves that we had not seen before. And although we didn't much like what we saw, it may cause us to be more beautiful in the future. An apology because we repaid your kindness with harsh, selfish indifference. You came to our church looking for joy, and what you found was resentment. You came bringing a willingness to serve and were met with jealousy. You came looking for the light of Christ's love and were met with darkness. It was right that you left our rehearsal today, not because you were unfit to work with us, but because we were unfit to serve God with you. For this we apologize from the bottom of our hearts. We can only hope you can find room in your hearts to forgive us. It's signed by all the cast members.
Joyce, ain't them the prettiest words you ever did heard?
It was for a fact. Fred. You know, I've been looking for that kind of Christian love all my life, and I want to know what y'all got that made y'all own up to what y'all did, because it was really bad. And write something like this.
It comes from knowing Jesus as your Savior and allowing Him to direct your life.
Can I do that?
Sure. All you have to do is admit you're a sinner.
I'll admit that for her.
I can do it myself, Fred. I reckon I ain't always been what I should have been. What else?
Well, you know that Jesus died for our sins on the cross because we learned that last week in Sunday school.
Yeah, I remember.
Do you remember that it said that salvation, that Jesus offers us salvation as a gift, and all we have to do is believe in Him and accept His gift of salvation by asking Him for it?
Now I remember. And then the teacher said that we could bow our head right there in the Sunday school room and ask Jesus to be our Savior. Well, can I do that here?
Sure, we'll pray with you.
God, let's hear God's plan. I expect you remember me and Fred, most folks does. God, I know I ain't always been what I should have been, but I want to do better. They say you can ask that you will forgive me. I learned that the Son came to earth on Christmas a long time ago, just so we could be forgave. I want to be forgave, and I want to ask Jesus to be my Savior like the rest of my friends, so that I can have the kind of love in me that they have showed here tonight. Well, God, thank you for listening, and thank you for these friends I have got to know in the church. Amen.
Amen. Mama's gonna be real proud of you.
What are these for?
Well, we thought a candlelighting service would be nice to show that we are united as a cast in wanting to get the light of Christ to shine in our Christmas play.
Why don't you let Joyce start the candle lighting? After all, we wouldn't even be here doing this if she and Fred hadn't been so understanding.
Did you hear that, Joyce? We're the stars of this shebang, too.
We can share the light of Christ with others this Christmas just by remembering this moment and that there is a light shining within you.
Yes, Jesus said that He is the light of the world. Wherever we go, we take His light with us.
That's right, boys. We can all let His light shine through us.
You know, brother-in-law, you're not so dumb after all. This could turn out to be the best Christmas play our church has ever seen. Merry Christmas, Randy.
Merry Christmas, Junior.
What about us, Randy?
Merry Christmas to you and Joyce, too.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
message that it showed. Kind of went along with Brother John's message this morning about sharing, showing the love. And sometimes we, even as Christians, can kind of fall down on that and get caught up in what's all about us. But that we just hope that, you know, we take this message and that we realize that we need to show compassion and love to everyone. I just want to introduce everybody. We have Brother Joe, who played Randy, and his wife Lori, who played Karen. Then we have Kyler, who played Peter. Elena played Becky. Caleb played, who'd you play? John. Brandy and Brandon played Christy and Kevin. Austin was helping us out with some technical equipment. Vicky played Donna. And Gina was Mindy. Of course, this is James, in case you didn't know, playing Fred. Rhiannon played Jenny. Michelle played Beverly. Aiden played Heath. And Aubrey was Debbie. Anyway, we appreciate you. Thank you.